All right, now I know there's AI in cryptocurrency trading. You can tell AI to trade for you, but I mean it to be at your own risk, whatever you see there. Or maybe you can just make Laddie Williams your AI and then pay him.
Yeah, I can be your AI, but
I know you would like
you lose
that.
money, you don't come and hold me.
Blame it on AI.
Exactly, yeah, the algorithm wasn't right, so that's why you lost money.
Exactly.
But it's quite incredible. Everything is all about AI these days.
Yes, it is.
Virtual market and in the normal markets, we track. AI is just pushing most of these.
Lose our fiat one of these days.
Exactly. But we'll keep tracking it. Yeah, AI keeps growing. Yeah. Well, let's look at the market at this time. We see the top stories today. We see the London Stock Exchange to list the physically backed Bitcoin at some time. And so we're seeing bullish news coming out. And that's kind of like giving investors some kind of push there, to get back bullish on this market, because after the halving event, the market has been going down. Bitcoin price is struggling for a while now, but we're seeing a big jump there. We also see Vitalik, that's the creator of Ethereum, has moved about $300,000 in Ethereum, and this is the second move at this time. I'm sure investors are wondering, why is he moving so much Ethereum at this time? So let's bring in Dominic now. Roommate Dominic is the founder of Vorum and Deputy Managing Director at Avia Industries to discuss what we're seeing for VC funding right now in the crypto space. That's for Q1. It joins me via Zoom. Great to have you, Rume.
Thank you very much for having me.
So according to a report from Bean Crypto, the crypto industry received about $2.4 billion in venture capital funding. That's for Q1 of 2024, 40% more than the $1.9 billion from the fourth quarter of 2023. So I'm wondering, with all we're seeing, regulatory issues with crypto at this time, it seems that VC funding is still flowing into the crypto industry.
Yes, it's the funding that has come into the cryptocurrency industry, especially with this Q1 of 2024, has actually broke the last three-quarter decline in terms of funding. I mean, you see the funding increased by 29%, and some of the deals rose by 68% compared to the previous quarter. And this indicates a renewed optimism in the market. And some of the notable deals that actually happened that caused this high level of these numbers that we are talking about is the deal that happened with the engine layer, where the Ethereum staking protocol raised $100 million. Another cryptocurrency platform called Together AI, which is a decentralized cloud platform, they raised $106 million. And Zama also raised about $73 million. This deal truly, I've seen that there are factors that have contributed to this large type of deals. The first factor is the fact that the institutional funding from investors have had a very good increased interest in the industry. Then the second reason is because of the regulatory environment that is becoming clearer. And then you see the price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have truly rebounded from the lows of 2022. Another thing too is the approval of the Bitcoin ETF. And you see that approval has seen a lot of countries like UAE, Vietnam, United States having high level of funding coming from private institutional investors.
All right, so, looking at all this data and looking at where the price of Bitcoin is, at this time, there's chatter that there could be an Ethereum ETF approved. We got that Bitcoin ETF approval. So now let's talk about an Ethereum ETF. So is that what's, driving sentiment at this time? We see Bitcoin did get back to about $71,000, but is retraced to about $69,000.
Truly, once an ETF happens, it means that the common man on the street is able to have access to investing into digital assets just by going to the next bank or the next store that is close to them that offers such services, as opposed to using complicated platforms that have user interactions and user experience that are not so friendly. So that alone as a factor, we'll see that, since the Bitcoin ETF, 6,000 Bitcoins is being bought up every day by BlackRock. And you can imagine what would happen when the decentralized computer of the world now gets an ETF, which is Ethereum. I mean, it is going to be mind-blowing, and much more money will start coming into the industry, because with Ethereum, you have things like DeFi, and DeFi increases the lending system, the yield farming, and other usage of these blockchain services, especially for agro sector too. So you will see that money will come from other industries coming into the Ethereum blockchain platform, and then we'll see much more funding.
Right, and I know in the crypto market, investors are always asking when alt season. They're always waiting for when the altcoins are going to go up. So is the Ethereum ETF approval, is that going to usher in alt season?
We can say that would usher in alt season, but men lie, women lie. Sometimes the news and the mass media do not also carry the accurate truth. But one thing that you can look at for good futuristic outlook of the alt market is you looking at the charts and looking at the Bitcoin dominance and then altcoin dominance to actually see where this type of breakout will happen for the altcoin market. And with increased funding like this, companies like Vorem and Avios were benefiting from this type of increased funding, because much more people are now interested in education, which is the growing demand for educational services, to see that they understand why is money truly coming into this industry. And then for a company like Avios, there's much more demand for our financial services too, because people want more money to be able to grow local exchanges that can still bring in good cash flow for cryptocurrency businesses here in Nigeria. And it will definitely be wise not to just follow what the mass media is saying, especially with ETFs, that will lead to an altcoin season. The best thing is that you follow the charts.
Okay, I guess before you dive into any alt season, better get that education first. Thank you so much for coming on. It's great having you. Roommate Dominic, founder of Vorem and Deputy Managing Director at Aviat Industries. Thank you.
All right, I'm grateful. Thank you for having me.
All right, so Edie, there you have it. Everyone's wondering, investors wondering, is the alt season going to come, at any time? But with over 2 million altcoins on CoinMarketCap, I feel like it's going to be really hard for an investor to find that right investment at this time.
Yeah, and it becomes even more difficult going by what your guest said.
Exactly.
You don't go by the news you hear. You have to dig deeper. And find out how true it is.
With over 2 million
That's
altcoins.
A whole lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah. All right, Laddie, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that's it on the program. Thank you so much for being a part of Business Incorporated today. Don't forget, I'll see you at 10 p.m. for the stock market report. Laddie Williams will be back at 10 a.m. and I'll see you 1 p.m. tomorrow. You can always repeat this experience if you go to our YouTube channels, www.youtube.com/channelsweb, and then you would see us. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.